Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ridge is infuriated by Hope. Steffy and Eric assist with the new takedown plot. Hope Logan will anger Ridge Forrester before Steffy and Eric Forrester assist him with a new takedown scheme. According to the bold and the beautiful, Hope just managed to capture Carter Walton and Ridge in an emotional embrace at Forrester Creations, but it appears that she will destroy the moment. Hope might make that very evident in Enrage Ridge since she believes that Ridge is attempting to exploit Carter's kindness. If Ridge uses derogatory language once more, Carter might feel compelled to stand up for Hope. Ridge will be more committed than ever to restoring Forrester power at his family's business by the time he leaves. Steffy, Eric and Ridge will be brainstorming ideas for a fresh takedown plot during their upcoming strategy session. Ridge might argue that they must concentrate on acting dirty since Justin Barber isn't uncovering any legal loopholes. Though Ridge might believe they need to step it up if they really want to take Hope and Carter down as soon as possible, Steffy's plan with Daphne Rose still has a chance of succeeding. Steffy, Ridge, and Eric will all decide to go to any lengths to ensure that the Forresters ultimately triumph. Hope will attempt to remind Carter of all the reasons he originally wanted to do this, as he has been dealing with guilt over the takeover. Hope will be shocked by Carter's confession in the upcoming episodes. Does Daphne's flirting or even her attempt to win him back to the Forresters have anything to do with that? If that's the case, Hope might begin to realize that Daphne is actually working for Steffy. Hope sees Carter and Ridge embracing. Brooke was on her laptop in the design office when Hope burst through the door. They weren't rejoicing, but she was incensed that the jewelry launch went well. The atmosphere of the room didn't surprise Brooke, who questioned what Hope had anticipated. Hope screamed about the terrible treatment they had received in the past. Although Brooke concurred, he stated Hope shouldn't have taken their business. Hope remarked, "I genuinely think this is what is best for everyone in the long run." "And Carter?" inquired Brooke. Hope acknowledged that Carter felt guilty rather than proud. Carter had always imagined celebrating with Ridge. Brooke attempted to convey to Hope. Wondering why her mother constantly sided with the Forresters, Hope yelled at her. She said that Brooke was still standing up for Ridge even though he was currently seeing Taylor. That was a different matter, Brooke clarified, and she was referring to Carter. He is in pain at the moment. He is aware that his actions were improper. His friendship with his best friend was ruined by him, Brooke reminded her. Hope claimed she would never comprehend Ridge's power over Carter and Brooke. Brooke claimed that Ridge and Carter's relationship was more complex than Hope's perception of it being one-sided. "Have you ever noticed that Carter spends the holidays with us and never discusses his family?" Hope didn't think it mattered, despite Brooke's observation. Carter was never regarded by the Forresters, according to Hope. In an attempt to win Hope over, Brooke said she should support Carter no matter what he was going through. "Or else?" Hope inquired. Hope assured her mother that she would stand behind Carter and keep Ridge and others from taking advantage of his great heart. Hope resisted giving in to the pressures from Ridge and Steffy. "Pay attention to what you're saying," Brooke warned. "What do you say? For years this has been a war." Hope sobbed. She said that she and Carter were successfully retaliating. "When you are unable to face yourself in the mirror, what kind of future can you have?" Brooke pondered. Hope claimed that people took advantage of Carter's goodness, which is why he was in pain. She promised that she would ensure Ridge couldn't. Assuming Carter was feeling elated about his growth ambitions, Steffy informed Taylor and Daphne at the Forrester house that the jewelry line was a success. When Zend entered the room, he announced that Hope was the only person who was excited. Brooke was just as conflicted as the others, but Zend explained that Hope couldn't read the room and even called for champagne. Taylor implied that Brooke would halt the takeover if she was truly angry about it. Ridge asks his brother in the CEO's office if being at the top is lonely. Carter was tending to his cut hand while seated at the desk. "Your hand has blood on it." "That tracks then," Ridge said. Ridge scolded him. "You destroyed a friendship, betrayed your best friend, and stole this business from your family." Carter pivoted and scowled. Carter reminded Ridge that it was a significant day for him and the company, and that they wanted to celebrate, while wrapping his damaged hand and pointing out that they had already experienced it. "I am a treacherous traitor who betrayed our friendship and stole the company. This doesn't have to happen to us again." he continued. Perhaps they should do it again, Ridge said. Ridge informed Carter that he was perplexed because he saw his brother when he looked at him, as well as the man who slept on his couch after Maya had left and the man who remained up with him night after night as his father was dying. Dude, even though I don't want to, I do, Ridge begged. Ridge claimed that he was attempting to comprehend Carter's potential direction for the business. It's not just a business. You took away my life and this is mine, Ridge continued. I'm keeping it safe, Carter emphasized. Ridge inquired as to whether he told himself so in order to fall asleep at night. Ridge inquired about Carter's nighttime dreams, and whether he had any visions of the attractive woman who knew him all the time but only spoke to him when she was in need. Carter raged. I'll tell you what a dream about. In his dream, he claimed to have taken the business away from two bullies who had signed a contract without reading it. The story of how I overthrew a man who refused to stop his daughter from calling our employees bitches. I had a dream about it, Ridge, and I get a good night's sleep, Carter informed him. Ridge claimed to have witnessed a man who was terrified of who he had become and feared that everything would consume him. Ridge reminded Carter that they had chosen to cut hope for the future during a meeting that took place in that very office. He claimed that after Ridge left, Carter reinstated it even though he had previously approved of it. He wanted Carter to come to terms with the fact that his emotional feelings for hope did not influence his economic actions. Ridge also mentioned that Steffy had requested Carter to co-manage the business with her when he resigned as CEO. He said then would have been the ideal moment to address what Carter stated was a poisonous environment and put all of his ambitious plans into action, but he also didn't do it at that time. Ridge was curious about the change. Carter clarified, I heard your daughter threatening Hope to avoid Finn when I walked into an office. Ridge concurred that Steffy took offense because she didn't want Hope to be flirting with her husband. What did you do to? You stole the business when you put your name on documents. Does that demonstrate effective leadership? Ridge asked. Carter said that by not having Charlie accompany Steffy out of the building and allowing her to re-enter, he was superior to Ridge. Ridge claimed he wouldn't succeed in the long run, but Carter insisted it wasn't about ego. Ridge stated he would never answer to Carter and Hope, but Carter did urge that he return. Carter snarled, seeing the jewelry line launch succeed just kills you. The line has nothing to do with Carter, yelled Ridge. Let's say that this was your victory. The party is where? Where are the champagne and balloons? Ridge inquired. He emphasized how miserable everyone was. It's a transition. They'll change their minds, Carter stated. Ridge informed him that they wouldn't. He informed Carter that both the jewelry and fragrance lines were successful. You're skilled at this. Your intuition is excellent. You simply lack morals, Ridge said to Carter. Your makeup as a friend and a man is terrible. Ridge reminded him, you know who you are. Even though Hope may tell you you're the hero, you bought the world by selling your soul. And now all you want to do is go back in time, he continued. Tell me I'm mistaken. Ridge, drag me all you want. I refuse to return the business, Carter said. According to him, Hope's only transgression was aiding him. I stood by you. Ridge broke. Carter was reminded of all the promotions he had received, including COO. Carter's plan to make Forrester a worldwide luxury brand simply did not sit well with him. Would we not be here now if I had said yes to that? Ridge inquired. Ridge asked Carter to recall his very first words to him. Carter recalled with nostalgia. You told me that if I was going to wear shirts this tight, I needed to start working out. Ridge inquired as to Carter's memory of his return. As stated by the man attempting to revive mullets, Carter chuckled. They clicked instantly when Ridge grinned and declared it to be classic. People don't appeal to me. They don't get along with me. I simply don't. However, as soon as I met you, I trusted you. Why do you not believe me when I tell you that Hope is deceiving you? Ridge inquired. He brought out the fact that Carter consistently fell in love quickly without seeing the warning signs, such as with Maya, Quinn, and Zoe. What I have with Hope is genuine. Carter assured him, I love her. Hope just wanted respect, he added. She desired to defeat Steffy. That's all she ever wanted for years, Ridge yelled. And because you support her, you are now embroiled in it. Relationships are beautiful but hard, Ridge continued. Ridge reminded him that instead of making him wealthy and more powerful, they should make him a stronger person. Did Hope do that to you? Have you changed since I first met you as a person? Rich question, Carter.